In this video topic, we'll discuss a very interesting concept of this application, and that is how to display or how to set our loading icon before doing any operation. What I mean, let's go back to browser. So if I go and first reload this browser, now we can see that it is taking a bit time to load this entire structure of this tabular format. If we do any operation, for example, if I click on this add post, it is loading model. And here, if I fill any information, click on submit button. So in meanwhile process, it is not displaying any loader icon. So in this interesting video, we'll understand the concept that how to display a loader icon in meanwhile of any operation. Before going further, I only request you to please hit the like button to give us a thumbs up to this interesting course, and please do subscribe so that I will be creating such type of amazing and interesting courses for you. So for this interesting concept, let's go back to project editor. So behind the scene, I have some CSS code, and this CSS code is going to display a loader icon whenever if I will use this loader class. So it means that first we have to set this CSS into an application, and inside application, whenever if I want to display a loader icon, simply we have to use this loader class. Don't worry, all these CSS code I will drop into this video description. So this is some CSS attributes, some properties, and also here we have a keyframe property called spleen. So this is overall is going to create a loader icon whenever if I use this class called loader. So what I will do, simply I will copy whole CSS. Let's go inside assets folder, it means src folder, assets folder, and inside here I'll create a file called styles.css, and here just paste all these code. Now next, let's go first inside this main.jsx file, and here like here we are loading our app component. So here let's say import, and simply we have to go inside this assets folder, and this assets folder we can see that main.jsx, and this style.css is at the root of this src. So simply here dot forward slash, then we have to go inside assets, and from here we have to load simply styles.css. So once we link this file to this application, it means what the CSS will have here, like loader class, automatically we can use inside any component file of this React application. So what we can do, let's go here inside this component, and I'll create one more component file, and let's call it as loader.jsx, and here let's say const loader, and here let's say return inside this fragment symbol. What I will do, let's say div, and inside this div I will use a class called loader, and simply let's say return, not return, export default and loader. So once we start up this new component file, let's go here inside this, for example, post list.jsx, and inside this component file let's import that. So import, it will be loader component, and next after this, once we load our loader component, simply let's copy, scroll down up to our HTML, and here we can see that already we have a class name called loader. What basically we have copied this HTML from GitHub repository, but in place of HTML I want to use this component called loader. So if I save these changes, and now we can see that automatically we are getting a loader icon because our loader component is using a class called loader. But this loader should be visible when we are doing any operation, and once operation will be completed, this loader icon should be hidden. So how to actually operate with these functions? Let's go here. So first I'll create a state variable. So here let's say const display loader, set display loader, and initially let's say use state, let's say false. It means initially I don't want to load, or in place of false, let's say true. So initially this state variable is containing a true value. So what we can do, if I go here, let's put a condition before loading that. So if this state variable is true, so in that case logical and this component should be visible. So if I save these changes, as we know that the initial value is true, so we get our loader icon, but this loader icon should be hidden once we load this complete tabular format. So what we can do, if I go and let's copy this set display loader, so from this function, we are loading our WordPress post. So once it will be completed, so this is try block. Here we have the catch block. Now let's create one more block called finally. So what basically this finally block is, so as we know that inside this try block, we have all those code which may or may not be generate any error, and this catch block is going to display our errors. So the finally block is a block inside this try catch which actually runs or prints every time either we have some error or either we don't. So inside this case, what I will do is set display loader let equals to false. So successfully, once we add this line of code, so this line of code simply means that either our try block will get executed or catch block will get executed. But at last, by the help of finally block, we are setting our display loader, the state variable, to false value. So once it will get the false value, automatically our loader component will be hidden. Save these changes. If I go back to browser, let's reload, and now we can see that loader icon, and once the process will be completed, it is now hidden. Let's click on this add post, and inside this add post, let's go here inside this and open our add post model. So inside this add post model, again I think that inside HTML also we have the loader class. So let's remove, and in place of that I will use the concept of again the loader component. So here let's go at the top of this file, and here let's say import loader. Once it will be imported, again I will go and use the concept of a state variable. So const, let's say display loader, set display loader, use state, and initially let's contain a true value. But also either we can go and make something like this, like initially it is going to contain the false value. So whenever if we do any operation, for example fetching post, so set display loader, let's say true, it means we want to display our loader, and finally we want to hide our loader. So this also works. Let's go inside add post model. So initially let's go and say that initially it will contain the false value, same as it is what we had done with this list post. Let's copy this display loader, or in fact I will copy this loader component. Then I will go here inside this HTML. Let's put here after this model called loader, and but before using it I will use an expression, and also we have to check that display loader is equals to true. Then we have to load this component. Save these changes. So if I go, let's reload, loading icon, process completed, it is hidden. Click on add post, and here we have our model. So what basically I want, if I do like the create post, so in the meanwhile process of adding post, it will display loader, and after creating post it will hide that loader. So what we can do here, let's go at the process of our form submission, and this is the process which is going to handle our form submission. So here simply let's say set display loader, let's say true here, and once process will be completed, let's create a finally block, and inside here let's say set display loader, and simply let's make it as a false value. Save these changes. So once we go, let's reload, loading icon hidden, click on add post. So let's say post 1005, choose category, let's say some sample content, and this time I'm not going to upload this featured image. I'm going to status publish. Also let's open inspect in case of any error. Let's go to console tab. So I'm clicking on the submit button. We can see loading icon, and here the loading icon is now hidden and successfully the post has been created. We can see 1005, no image. So that's why no image available, our default image. The model has been closed and also the table has been reloaded with newly created post so successfully. Now in this video, now we have the complete idea that how to implement the concept of loading icon whenever if I want to do any operation inside React application. So friends, I hope that this video is also important and informative. So please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel. Now let's meet to our next amazing video. So for this video session guys, thank you for watching and have a great day.